It's Unk Nephew, baby.
All right. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Unk Nephew Podcast. Unk with a K, because we kings around here. And I know y'all like we in a different spot. We are in the green room of Wiley's Comedy Club, oldest comedy club in Ohio, right before comedy for the people every last Wednesday at Wiley's Comedy Club. And y'all already know Unk Nephew Podcast about two comedians from Dayton, Ohio, generational differences. I'm Jerrel Beamon, nephew.
I'm Raymond Jackson.
Unk, man, you gotta say you're Unk, man.
With a K.
Are you good?
Esquire.
Losing your memory? Anyway, we're doing our thing. We got a special guest, though, and I do want to emphasize this. A lot of people have been saying, Ray, on the page, like, because we're starting to cross over a little bit. Some people are like, dang, man, y'all always just have all black guests all the time. Nobody knew what Luke Capasso was when we had him the one episode.
He's every man.
So there's like, oh my God, y'all always, so we answered y'all. We got a guest so white. How white is he? Fucking mullet and a goddamn mustache that definitely has chlamydia in it. Give it up for comedian Wyatt Lutz, ladies.
Yeah. What's going on, man? Thanks for having me as your last black comic on your podcast here.
Straight from the Dukes of Hazzard set.
That's
it's
right.
Wyatt Lutz.
You said the Duke of Hazzard.
No, I jumped in my car window before I came here.
To match the vibe. Thank you, though, man. We've been wanting to get you on for a second. Happy that you here with us, man, kicking it right before the show, and this is gonna be a good show. I mean, the lineup's, incredible, man.
Man, you've done a great job putting these shows together, man. It's really something, especially for a Wednesday night, and you getting this many people to come out to a comedy club. That's what we need nowadays. As our comics, we need a live audience, and you're bringing it here, man.
Yeah, man, and you guys are on it because I know y'all gonna deliver. I mean, that's what
Finally. I'm back on the show.
It took a year.
It took a year.
The plan, Ray.
So if you don't have a ticket, it's too late by the time this airs.
And if you're watching this, it's definitely too late.
It's too late.
It is.
You could have seen Unk live. You should have got a babysitter.
Live plug. November 17th and 18th, Wiley's Comedy Club, Unk Nephew Comedy Show.
Please have this edited by then so we can put it out.
I'm gonna do it.
It'd be November the 20th, and if you could see us.
But Wyatt, thanks for being on, man. You a comedian that, and you originate from, you're West Milton, but of course, you're a Dayton comic. And you're definitely, if not the hottest, one of the hottest comics really in the state when it comes to all the gigs that you're stringing along and everything, man. So, to our audience and shit, man, tell them a little bit of your journey and how you got into doing stand-up. What made you want to do it? What was your first time shit like that?
Well, first off, I appreciate you saying that. That really means a lot. It just kind of all my life, I watched stand-up with my dad. I feel like a lot of us, kind of grew up watching, stand-up and reciting the jokes to our friends in school and always being kind of the funny guy. And I was always a super overweight kid growing up, so I developed that sense of humor.
Fat?
Yeah, man, me fat. Who would have guessed?
I need pictures.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Do you ever have a muffin top?
Dude, it's still right here. What are you talking about? Whenever you explain me to somebody when I first started, he's like, glasses and a muffin.
We are trading then, because I was never a fat kid, but once I got to be about 45, baby,
Was you the funny chubby guy?
The funny fat kid, yeah, not chubby. I was just the funny fat kid. But no, all my life, I just grew up. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're funny," you're funny, and I kind of started going after goals in my life, losing some weight. I lost 100 pounds and got my confidence to me, and just decided. Thank you. Yeah. I decided to get on stage. Crack does work. Yeah, and who would have thought it makes you grow a mullet? It's crazy. But it was cool, man. I started in January of 2019, and I was pretty slow getting in the role. I thought I was doing good because I was doing an open mic here at Wiley's once every other month, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it.
You was doing good though. You was getting a good response.
My first show, I had 25 people come to see me, and it made me really happy and convinced that maybe this is something I should put some effort into. With that many people, I can get them to come out my first time, think I'm funny, or they just wanted to see me fail and fuck up,
Oh, yeah, that's what it's all about, the first time seeing somebody you don't know.
Yeah. But no, man, it's been a natural progression since then. You know, I've made some great friends like you guys in this, and me and you started around the same time. You were before me, like heavy scene. I know you started when you were 15 or something in school. But
yeah, 16 and talent shows, the clubs. I was like 17. That's when I met you. I was like 17.
Yeah. Yeah, you were doing that blowjob joke about a white girl sucking your dick in a car, and it was the loudest thing in the comedy club ever.
all these young comics that don't forget nothing.
Because it would get laughs, but I would be like, it sounded like when she's giving me head, it sounded like one of them old static TVs, and I would go like, it was like the most disgusting fucking joke. And I was 17, so people were so creeped out sometimes. Like
they were like, "Should we call Chris Hansen?" Yeah.
Is this Chris? Should we call Chris Hansen? How old is this white girl?
Dateline, I have a new episode for you.
Look how dumbfounded Ray just
I feel like I'm teaching school again right now. Just a bunch of young whippersnappers here.
Nah, but for real, I mean, like you said, it's been a progression with you. I'm very observant on shit, and I've like watched you from where you started out, from the jokes you were writing to the jokes you're doing now. And one thing that I noticed, the difference with you isn't even fully the jokes, because comedians, the longer you do it, you're gonna start writing better jokes, you're gonna start dropping some of the other things. What's really progressed with you is that I feel like, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, I feel like you've really found your voice and your persona really on stage, and that's what's really amplified to you to like, I'll see you on stage like fucking wreck it, like just wreck it, man, like where they're just in your world, you know. And
yeah, I've noticed that too, because I don't know really where my jump was of being kind of that nervous comic on stage to finally letting a whole personality come out. Because I remember like a lot of comics that I admired, Jesse Nutt being one of them. I remember when I started getting Jesse Nutt, wonderful Dayton comic, hell of a comic. He came up to me after one of my sets. It was one of my first sets that like I felt like I had a great set and was getting smooth and everything. And he came up and he said, "Why in a couple years you're going to be hard to follow? Like people are not going to want to follow you." And it sunk into me, and it just kept in my head that I need to keep doing what I'm doing. And then some other comics, little pieces, guy Sean Latham, another shout out, very, very funny guy I met through here. Him and another comic told me that the smile that I have on stage is going to let me get by with so much shit up there, just because it's a genuine, I'm having fun smile. I'm not talking down on anyone. I'm not here to make enemies. I'm here to have a good time, and that's what I want to do for you guys.
I'm sorry, I know Ray's gonna address it. Shout Johnny Woods produced.
I'm not even gonna say nothing to that.
Sorry. Ray got worried. He's like at that age. He's like, was that COVID?
I'm not that old. Not that old.
Well, this is do you know this, Ray, about Wyatt? Because this is going off the comedy subject. You know, apparently he is a pretty big fan of, from what I've heard, of Black Coochie. That's what I've heard.
You a fan of it, or you get bodies? What's going on?
I mean, there's a couple.
Watching?
There's a couple,
With the mullet,
there's a couple.
Like,
you do got like the Ron Jeremy mustache jumping off right now, so you know.
You might not want to be. That's not a comparison. A lot of dudes want.
I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying what it looks like. I was
just as surprised too. I mean, I was. I didn't fucking know. Before it ever happened, I had the mullet, and I did get a perm when I first had my mullet. And I went to one of Chappelle's outside shows that he was having, and I walked past these two beautiful black women sitting in the crowd. And as I passed, I heard the one say to the other, she's like, "Girl, you see that white boy with the Jerry curl walking by?"
I didn't even know.
And I fell in love at that moment. I don't know, man.
Well, let me give you a tip right now.
Wait, let me get my notepad out.
Don't take them to Cheesecake Factory on the first date right now.
Yeah, apparently.
There's something going on with black women this month that Cheesecake Factory is either
have you heard about
off limits. This some real black. You gonna learn tonight.
Take me to Black Talk.
Whites in the room, but on the black side of Twitter or Facebook, it blew up on TikTok. This chick went on a date with this guy, and she put him on blast. She went live on TikTok and was mad because they were parked outside a Cheesecake Factory. She was like, Can you believe that a man is taking a woman of my caliber and she showed her whole body and everything, like, to Cheesecake Factory on the first date? Can you believe that? This dude was just sitting there like,
I'm gonna tell you something.
I know
these views don't represent Unk and Nephew. These views strictly represent Unk.
Raymond.
This was one of the most basic looking bitches that I had seen in ages. She was cute. But she wasn't to the point
enough to. Yeah.
Matter of fact, she's big as Johnny. She's big as her. She's a huge woman.
So she's a WNBA player.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's some little dude that works at Verizon. He's like the engineer.
Nigga look like he worked at a call center.
Hey, can you hear me now? Good.
Yeah, I'm like, this has got to be fake.
He's got to call her to talk to her. She's so tall.
No, they both did an interview on the podcast
I watched
together.
it. I'm going to talk about tonight.
He still looked nervous sitting next to her. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, she was probably going to eat him.
God. She's like that.
And not the way he wanted.
No, not the way.
No, that shit's so. I've seen a bunch of TikToks of that shit of like just disrespect.
And she was an hour late.
Yeah, they were supposed to go to a 5-star restaurant, but the reservation they missed it because she was an hour late.
Damn.
He told her. It's what should be what.
I would have took that bride to Cracker Barrel.
I seen this one.
You don't take a black girl to Cracker.
Shit, the hell you don't.
That's a good breakfast.
That's good breakfast. You got 12 things from the $9.99.
Hash brown
casserole. Her address from the gift shop.
Yes,
but you said you saw this. What? What do you see, Wyatt?
What?
You say you saw something.
I saw a video that was similar to like what you guys are talking about. This chick, a dude asked her out for a drink. You want to go get a drink and talk? And they went to this oyster bar that was running a special, a dozen oysters for $15 or whatever. And this chick ordered 6 dozen oysters and slurped them all down by herself and then asked for the menu for her entree and ordered a filet mignon. And he said, I'm going to the bathroom, and just left.
I feel like some of these chicks are just looking for free meals at this point on some of these fucking dates.
Gonna come up missing.
Because those are your views. That one there.
Not by me, because due to my comedy spidey senses, I would have known a long time. I'm not waiting no hour for nobody.
Nah.
Yeah, no pussies work. No. Just me sitting in the car.
You already fast forwarded to the pussy.
Because that's what's about.
That was the end game. That was the end game.
It's pure
one
disrespect.
day pussy. That's him. That's him.
Just hear me out on this, right? They're making it so transactional where they're like, okay, take me to this night. It's the first date. It's like, I barely know you, and you want me to go all the way out on taking you to a 5-star restaurant, not getting coffee, not sitting down getting to know each other. I gotta take you to this 5-star restaurant and spend my fucking rent money to make you feel good. So I think it's fair for me to assume that I'm probably gonna get some pussy.
Something? I have really damn near had that experience.
Oh, I know you had Mr. Trick. Yeah,
Mr. Trick.
Don't start it.
Don't start it.
Tricks are for kids, all right? Don't
start it. See, now there you go. You're going down that road again. He be trying
to sound all adult about it. Why? He'd be like, I got miscellaneous funds. Like, and
I do have miscellaneous funds.
You're tricking, which is cool. But what I'm saying is, it needs to be a trade. It needs to be a fair trade. Just tell her up front, like, hey.
But you should know before it even gets there. Like, do I even want to be bothered with this?
Well,
because you learned that off a conversation alone, what the female is going to want.
All right, tell me if you agree with this, Wyatt. If me and this chick on the first date are at a coffee shop, I expect maybe a hug at the end of the night. That's it. Like, okay, we got to know each other.
There you go.
But if I take you to goddamn 5-star like J. Alexander's on the first date, and I done spent like over $200, and I done picked you up and all this shit, I'm expecting pussy, or at least I'm expecting some sort of idea that I am about to get some pussy.
So you put a price on relationships?
No, that's not a relationship. That's just me fucking with some chick.
Then you shouldn't have been. You should have said no from the jump.
What I'm saying is,
because now you just define tricking right there.
That's tricking.
You define tricking.
But these niggas are tricking without getting rewarded.
Well, be a real man about and be like, I don't feel comfortable taking you there.
Unless you're going to give me some pussy.
Exactly. Now
That's what you need to say.
What I'm saying. And
No. Don't put that on me.
No, nobody's agreeing with you.
Don't put that on me.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm explaining what you're saying, but you need to be upfront and tell these women that if I'm taking you to this dinner.
I don't feel comfortable with us doing that because that implies a whole different dynamic to a relationship.
But what's the first thing a woman will say if you say that to them? Like, yeah, I'm expecting some pussy. Oh, is that what it's all about? Well, bitch, apparently what it's all about for you is this nice first date. So what I'm saying, it's both selfish, but let's both be honest and selfish at the same time.
If you was to say, okay, I'm going to take you out to dinner tonight. We're going to go to Outback or Texas Roadhouse. Okay. I don't eat there. Okay, we'll go to J. Alexander's, but you're going to give me some of that pussy. If you're not going to...
No, it's grimy to say, but that's what...
I'm not saying I agree with that, but that makes more sense. If you're going to be a greedy woman that wants that you deserve this 5-star dinner over something that is enjoyable.
Let me take
you
boys on a little bit more of a trip. Now, if you get a female, y'all cool, and we go on a trip together, there should be some relations.
I agree.
Endured doing that
on a trip.
But if you go to dinner and you agree to that because you're the one that's going to be financing this dinner, you can't get mad if she doesn't. You can't expect something for something of that level.
I'm saying
that's where you got to put in. You got to be the rude guy.
Yeah. That's why you should say if she's gonna be disrespectful and rude, saying you can't take me here. That's when you go, okay. Since you want to, here's the fucking restaurant. If you want to go here,
the older you get, and I'm sure he'll say this. I mean, I'm learning. I'm not even 30 yet, but the more open you are, and if you just say, hey, I'm not looking for no like attachment or anything. Like, if we hook up, that's cool. If we don't, that's cool too. Like. If you set them boundaries of what your intentions are, you're not going to have drama or nothing from that. Like, you're not going to have the bullshit that you're enduring as the 21-year-old kid. Like, you owe me some pussy because I took you to this restaurant. Just put the boundaries where you're at. Like, hey, this is what I want from this relationship. If you don't want that, then we need to go our separate ways.
What I'm saying is, if you get that same energy to these chicks that got the energy of, well, you can't be taking me here today. You give them the same energy of, okay, I'll take you there. But here's what I need. They're going to act hypocritical. They're not going to really be on board.
Let me say this with all honesty. She's in the minority. Most women are totally compliant with going to a Cheesecake Factory
absolutely.
On the first date.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I think that they were I think it's a skit where they're just examining.
I honestly think it's real, bro.
Well, he's a dumb motherfucker. Because let me tell you what Unk would have did. I would have took her to that 5-star restaurant. Would have gathered there, boom, and I would have left my phone in the car. And I said, excuse me, I left my phone in the car. I'll be right back. And you know what? I would have never came back. I would have left that bitch right
home.
there.
Yeah, he took her home.
Hey, I wouldn't have took her nowhere.
Say, all right, I'll just take you back home since you don't want
And then she was like, huh?
Come on, can't we go let's just go somewhere equivalent.
Yeah, because that big ass stomach got the growling and shit. She wanted to really eat.
Hey, man, you already had the Lizzo fans mad at you from the last episode.
I don't get down about none of these things. Because then you see her and her girls and all them heifers eating at Waffle House 2 days later. She's just trying to get a good meal out of them. But I don't.
Well, I was gonna say this is gonna have to be just because of the show happened. It's gonna have to be a little bit of a shorter episode. So we got about 12 minutes left. So let's try to get more into what we do on the show sometimes. Is these rapid fire questions.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you a few rapid fires. Here's the first one that I proposed. Right. So you got to choose between two. Would you rather go kind of bald on the top of your head, or have the George Jefferson, like where the fucking hairline is like a whole U shape? You can only do two. Either get the George Jefferson U hairline, the
like
fucking
the cul-de-sac receding
it's all
hairline.
the cul-de-sac. You get like a fucking cul-de-sac hairline. Or the top is just balding. Like you have none, but you have hair on the front, but the top's bald. Kind of like Ray, just take off your hat. It's kind of like
I would take
you know what? I'm gonna crush you tonight for that one.
For the truth, just take off your hat. Just take it off.
I'm getting
That's like saying take off
your thin on top.
Yeah.
My shit's getting thin. You see that camera?
But yeah, basically, when you ever lose the hair on the top, you lose your hairline kind
So
of.
I'm really not doing it right now. It's all over them. But he always does that because he knows I don't like that. But you notice he can't wear shorts because his legs are like thimbles.
Bird legs,
yeah, he's got bird legs. So everybody has something that they don't like.
Yeah, but like I said, what would you ever lose the hairline or lose kind of the hair on top?
But then you can get one of them things that glue
But you can
on
just
top.
go buy one if you really want to.
Go to fucking where? Like the pills? Like those hair pills or something?
Nah, you could just
No, they
get
make
a hair
like a
replacement.
toupee
You
that
know you
fucking-
can get that.
They make a
Or
toupee, glues down.
You can get one. I'm
I
not doing through all that.
I just never thought
There's
about
nothing you
that.
can do about your legs,
never-
though. That's it. You just little.
Honestly, I really don't wear shorts because I get very cold. It's nothing to do with my body.
You ain't got no meat on your
You got
bone.
sickle cell or something?
I'm very cool with. Actually, I do, but I'm very cool with it. I'm very fine with my body.
Little frail ass thing.
Today you can sponsor
feed this
Jerrel.
child.
I'm very secure. If you don't look, I'll show the legs. Right there's my legs. There you go. You think I'm in? Now show
Good.
your hair, nigga. Do that. Go up. Look at that.
Nope.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right. Do you want to ask the one you came up with last night?
I don't even remember her name. You do it.
Would you rather be married to Amber Heard
Okay.
or Jada Pickett?
Ooh, Amber Heard. I'll take a girl shitting in my bed over
Oh God!
over Jada. Old tennis ball headed ass motherfucker.
Hey,
That's
you might
crazy.
be next by Will. If you blow up, you might be the next.
He coming for you.
Shit.
Hey, country boy. I need to holler at you.
Look, all that talk about how he loves the black women and no, I'm with you. No, Amber Heard.
No, there's nothing wrong with loving black
Keep
women.
your wife's mouth off your son's friend's dick.
Oh Jesus, dude!
That
That
chick-
whole debacle, right?
It's
insane. It's insane. And all of this to push the book, man. They're reading Tupac poems and getting moist to the poems.
Hey, he's right there with her. He's supporting her, so hey.
he is.
Good
though.
for you, Will.
Well,
way,
in his book, he did say some crazy shit in there too, but it's like
way to
he
force her
wasn't on
into
the same-
marriage. And
Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's what a dichotomy.
And apparently,
of a
Chris Rock
relationship.
was gonna hit it, according to her.
Yeah, supposedly he messaged her and she's like, me and
Well,
Will
they
are
were.
saying-
I mean, but damn, he slapped Chris Rock, and they weren't even together.
Yeah, it was separated.
From what she said,
I seen a thing online that said she thought the joke was funny.
she did.
Bitch,
She
He
laughed.
laughed. She looked at him. He
she did
stopped
have
laughing,
a stank
and then
face, bro. So yeah, she did.
She
kinda,
rolled her eyes a little bit.
She rolled
but
her eyes, and then didn't you see Will looked at her?
Right.
and went,
But he
oh,
laughed.
he went from ha ha.
it was like some MK Ultra
You know,
bullshit.
Tupac
Like,
would have
she
never
triggered
let him
his
get
ass.
away with that.
Oh God.
And then
dude.
there he goes into that.
You know, she wasn't speaking this much on Tupac till his mom passed away, bro. Like, she talked about it, but she didn't go this heavy about we were soulmates and all this shit until his mom's passed away.
Yeah, who knows?
That shit's square. But what about you, Amber Heard or Jada?
Neither.
You can't.
Neither.
You're that guy that makes these questions so not fun. You just said
Neither. I don't want nobody boo-booing in the bed. Don't want nobody talking about all my stuff.
But you can train that though. You can train a puppy dog, to not poop in your bed.
motherfucker.
Like,
Once shit's in the bed, I don't know if that can
Change
be
the sheets.
reconcilable.
buy new sheets. You're rich. You're married to Amber Heard. She
Nah.
was an Aquaman. She gets.
I think as soon as I see a girl taking a dump on the bed, she's no longer hot to me. I don't care
That's
how
a
hot
level
she
of
is.
hate that
Yeah.
you can't even. That's some hate, man.
But that rich, imagine how many beds you'll have and how many bedrooms.
She
and
gonna
she
shit
can't
in
shit
every
that
bed.
much. She can't shit that much every day. Or if she took like X-Lax, she couldn't make it to each bedroom because the place would be
Oh
so
my
big.
goodness, this.
You gotta think logical.
Okay, I was going.
As the question is as unlogical as it could be.
Well, that's Wyatt Lutz. He loves black women, and apparently he don't mind a turd in the bed that much. He minds, but
All right, here you
as
go,
long as he
man.
has multiple beds.
Since you like black women, here you go.
Okay.
A Cadillac or a Ford F-150.
You're just trying to get his feel for who he is.
Listen to that.
No, he's really confused right now.
He's trying to
conflicted.
short circuit my brain.
He's
up here.
conflicted as hell right now. Like, am I a sugar
I don't
daddy?
know, man. Fucking 5 years ago, I would have told you F-150, but now practical. I got to get the shows and get my shit there safe. I'm taking that Cadillac all day long.
I feel you.
Look at him. He's crossing over.
Something's happening to me.
So I was
into a werewolf.
Say, are you? I know you're a pretty big, solid fan of hip hop. Mm-hmm. So this next one's gonna be hip hop related. You can answer it too, Ray. Tupac or Biggie? For old school, Tupac or Biggie?
I like more Tupac music than Biggie.
Is there a specific reason, or is it just
I just flow? Shit? I like the West Coast flow. It's more of the 70s, 80s funk that I like. Like it's just more of that beat. I feel like
production there.
Yeah. There's a lot of G-funk from that era.
Versus, I feel like the East Coast was more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the samples that they took from was more of love ballads and more of like a R&B versus
popular
funk
songs. The popular
like Biggie
ones.
Sampled a lot, some of the Isley Brothers and shit. That's some like fucking music, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. Tupac was very. He was like the versatile guy. He could go all here. Biggie was like more of the player of the lyrical content, if that makes any sense. He, they both, that's too hard, man.
Tupac, he could go political. He could do a love song. He could be like the hard street anthem thing. He could do like Ray said. He's real versatile. Now he wasn't as lyrical as Biggie to me. He did his rhyme schemes and his wordplay wasn't as good as Biggie.
Biggie's rhythm was impeccable.
I felt Tupac more. Like I felt like in Dear Mama and a lot of those songs, like Death Around the Corner, like those type of tracks, you just feel him. Like when he's like, I see death around the corner, guys stay high while I survive in the city where the skinny niggas die. Like that type of shit hits you. Where Biggie, you would be more like, oh, he had an ill wordplay, but
he didn't have
you don't
enough
feel it.
catalog though.
That too, he died.
Just two albums. They was two classic ones though. They was Who Shot You? That's a bad.
You gotta say though, Ray, if you had to, let's say you have to get rid of one on your playlist. You have to get rid of.
I can't play that game. I can't play that game with them.
Gun to your head. What are you thinking?
He's like, I'm dying. I don't know.
I'm like, man.
He said, well, I'll listen to them both in heaven.
There we go. That's
I gotta have both of them.
For me, I'd say Tupac. I love both, but Tupac had more music too. Even some of those songs after
Tupac
he died,
got an album coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, right. They still.
Dude, that Chappelle skit of Tupac in the club, the new that was such an iconic.
I wrote this song a long time ago. A really long time ago. Way before Slim Shady was in demand.
He looking around like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he was like, wait.
But they do have a new Tupac song that AI did.
Oh, the AIs are out of control.
It is crazy.
Yeah, it's scaring me.
It is very.
There's a real quick. This is before we gotta wrap it up. They did with Joe Rogan. They're starting to on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's AI episodes of Joe Rogan. There's a channel that's specifically
he did like Trump, Andrew Tate, like all these.
Oh, I'm about to have an AI show come out. Get ready, y'all. Have my own podcast. Yeah.
He said, I'm getting away from Nephew. It's gonna be the Unk AI.
Ray Jackson presents, baby. I'm gonna be doing all your porn stars. I'm gonna have Fat Pinky and
I love Fat Pinky. I love
Skinny Pinky.
I love
at the same time.
What the fuck is Fat Pinky?
Oh, the porn star. You say you like black women, man.
You don't know.
I don't know.
It's
who
Fat Pinky and Skinny Pinky.
We'll show you.
Is that like Pinky
time.
in the brain?
We'll
like
show. No, Pinky.
Yeah.
She's a light skinned girl with a big ass. She got tan lines on her ass.
Then one summer,
Iconic.
she disappeared and came back. She was fat. Like
too much
pig.
McDonald's, man. Too much. Yeah, she loved Cheesecake Factory. All right, you got shout out your social medias and all of that, and how people can fuck with you, and we're gonna wrap it up, man.
If you want to fucks with me,
don't you start trying to. Don't you be fake black.
Just see.
Don't you?
Yeah. So
let
we
me
can
ask you
support
something
you
real quick. No, you can follow me at Wyatt Lutz Comedy on all social media: TikTok, YouTube,
Straight out of West Milton.
Instagram. Straight out of West Milton, where the corn grows tall.
Say them again, because I was talking. Say them again.
Wyatt Lutz Comedy on all social media: Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
Yep.
It's all
Make sure
Pornhub,
go into
X.
Yeah, you can find them everywhere. Unk Nephew Podcast, man. Unk with a K. Subscribe, like, all of that. Listen to us on Spotify, everything, man. We about to go kill this show, man. Anything you got to say, Ray?
I'm taking the hat off.
Dick.